And I start. Hello. Welcome back to another episode. How you guys doing? I'm doing pretty good. It's a chill Saturday. I went for a walk in the park earlier. It was pretty nice. It's the weather's finally dropping also. Which is good and bad, right? Because it's good that it feels good. Of course, we all like our cold weather, and it's bad because I have the sniffles. So, or I'm at least starting to pick up the sniffles. So, just bear with me. That's just how it is. It's about that time of year you get sick. I was surprised that it lasted this long, but it's time for it to happen. Anyways, so I spent some time off camera cleaning up a good part or a good amount of the base, just removing some of the machines that were outdated and decommissioned. For example, we had honestly, I think we had 4 or 5 machines here did not need to exist anymore, plus a couple of others. I'm still not done. There's so many machines we don't actually use anymore, but I'll not do that stuff off camera. And I also finished building the Beamline, so everything is now built correctly sized as well, with the correct type of energy hatch. I'm still following the calculator that was given to me on the wiki. So everything I talk about is based on that calculator. In other words, the 5th one is the smallest one. For example, this one needs an IV energy hatch for the source chamber, and then for the linear accelerator, which is this big old thing, needs the LUV energy hatch, and so on. So they're all configured correctly, sized correctly. At least I hope they are. Here's hoping that I actually did it correctly. And then I have their outputs all the way towards the synchrotrons. And these are also built and set up. So something I've realized is that these just run all the time. So it's going to break because we don't have any power connected and no coolant present. And so what I was thinking was having some sort of on-off switch, like a controller that powers up all the machines, only when items are detected in the focus input bus. I believe I should be able to do this, use a item detector cover, maybe. Can't spell correctly. So one of these, I might be able to use this connected to here so that when there's any items in there, then it tells all the other machines to turn on so we don't drain power for no reason. And also it's to keep myself from running out of the resource we have to put into here, which is this. Each one of those source chambers is going to have that long lanthanum hexaboride rods, which I did set up the recipes for. It's not that expensive. It's just a bunch of stuff. You got to make this crystal, you go down the line, and so on, using autoclaves and a bunch of chemical reactors. Not too bad. But I don't want to drain it unnecessarily, so I think we'll turn all the machines on only when we have something in the masks. And then there's another thing to think about. It has, we're still not ready for it. There's still some setup that has to be done. Another thing we have to watch out for is if I look at the recipes here, for example, this integrated logic circuit, it uses these masks. They do get consumed. So what I'm going to do is set up the recipes so that one of these can do 100 different recipes. So I would have to multiply this by 100 if I were to use this recipe. And so on. That's just something we have to work around. And I think if we have this accounted for 100 of them, we won't have to worry about partially consuming them, and just that's just more logic to think about. So all the recipes I have for this are going to account for fully depleting that mask. It's what I'm thinking, at least. So there's still a whole bunch of different steps we have to do. It looks like this is the only one that can run without having any power, and that's fine. But I think these two machines, and I think even this one, they got to be controlled from the focus thing using an item detector cover is what I'm thinking. So I guess we'll start here. This thing is going to need a whole bunch of power, so I think I'm just going to move the high power casing over here. And I didn't think about this. I might have to upgrade this for sure. This is fine for now, though. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to continue using one of these. So let's do that. So I'm looking for one of you, laser target hatch and laser source hatch. I kind of forgot how these work. It's been a while. This one's energy extracting, so I would put it right here, right? And this would be target, yeah. So that's a source. And I just have to point it to a target hatch. Now, exactly where I'm going to plug this in, that's a very good question. And I don't really know. So I think I'm going to come off of here. Center it right here. Like that, right? So this would be the controller. Let's try that. Actually, no, because that's on the center, so I have to angle it a little bit. Right there. It's been a while since I set these up, and I forgot to account for that. We use a target hatch as well. I'm gonna need these optical whatevers. No. It's laser vacuums, right? Yeah, we're good. And I guess while that's crafting, there's another couple of things I wanted to talk about. Another thing I did right after the end of last episode was I did fix up the ass lines so that they can better account for bulk fluids. So now they're using advanced stocking input hatches. And it turns out the drives don't work, but I can use ME chests with those fluid storage cells, and this works fine. The drives weren't working because I can't interact with them with the storage bus. It doesn't work like that. But the ME chests do. I can actually see the fluids inside them with the storage bus. So it's pretty much the same thing as the items where it puts them in the correct ME chest based on priority. So this one's 0, -1, -2, and -3, right? And then the advanced stocking input hatches will just pull from their respective one. And it's just copied. Kind of looks funny, but it works. I won't complain about it. And then I also turned on the smart blocking mode to do allow, insert, same recipe. So things should be crafting so much faster. Just look at that. Well, I guess it doesn't use ass line, but things are going to craft faster. Not what I'm looking for. Active transformer. Thank you. How's our power doing? We're fine. The number I'm always looking at is 2 times 10 to the 17, or 2e17. So we have a net positive. That's always good. Okay, so this one has to be right here. You're centered, right? Yep. So give it the target hatch. There you go. Turn that on. All right. And I'm aware I'm going to have to upgrade this at some point. I'm beaming. Hey, Sayna. Hey, I saw your follow. I appreciate it. I was actually setting up the stream and then I saw your follow message. Yeah, it's not. We're beaming it today. We're actually beaming it again because I didn't finish the setup yesterday. It turned out to be a lot more involved. But that's okay. That's just how things are here. I at least did finish the building of the multi-blocks. So that's completed. That's probably the toughest part. I think setting them up to work should be fine. It's just a little bit of redstone control. Just a little bit. So target hatch, you're connected. Because you're already pre-colored. That one's not connected. There you go. Alright, sweet. Okay, we have power. I'm going to go ahead and start connecting a whole bunch of things together. So as the beamline grows, or as we proceed into the pack, the only thing that scales is the synchrotron, how much power you give it. So right now they have 4 amps of UEV. So 1, 2. And then up here is 1, 2. And everything else, this is based on the spreadsheet. So for example, this first one has ZPM energy hatch at the source, and then a UHV energy hatch at the linear accelerator. That doesn't have to change. The only thing that needs to change is the synchrotrons, these guys. I can explain why, but nah, who am I kidding? I can't explain why. That's just what the document tells me. So what I'm gonna do is for now just give the UEV and put energy hatches with that one, and then the rest of them I'll probably build off of a UHV or something. I'll do that. Yeah, right here. Oops. Right there. Is that even crafting? Yeah, you're crafting. Okay, you're just a little slow. It's okay. Take your time. And then get some water. Okay. Right there. Sorry. I just teleported down here and I saw this nonsense. Oh man. Who did this? Oh. Hey, it works, right? Don't complain about it. Okay, so I'm gonna get UHV power from here and UEV power through here. And this is the one that's gonna be upgraded at some point. I want to upgrade it to lasers because it does accept lasers. But right now I'm just gonna do it simple because even with UEV power, this thing is way better than whatever we have right now. Oh, absolutely. I'm just laughing at how absurd it looks. Okay, I just need to tell them to energy, accept energy. Like that. Right there. And just power them like that. Yep. Yeah. Okay. And then the same thing over here. Okay, and then go ahead and color it purple. And then connect it here as well. Yeah. So I also have to keep in mind of AE2 connections over here. Sorry, I'm jamming into a song that's playing in the playlist. I have to put it on or add it to the playlist. Some good stuff. So I also have to account for AE2 spaghetti on both sides. Oops. Put it right there. Nope. Okay. Oh, right. That's all the spaghetti you have. Now, how am I going to connect them to everything else? I have no idea. I think what's going to happen is I have a dense cable coming out of here. But I think we'll continue with that for now. So next step, just copy paste everything. Oh, mark copy. Like that. And then mark paste. Right there. Could not find infinity wire. How dare you? Like 200. And I guess while that's being worked on, let's try to figure out how I'm gonna start powering this stuff, or how I'm gonna how am I gonna connect it? I think what I'm gonna end up doing is having like a dense cable coming off of here, like a dense cable, a AE2 cable. It'll come off of the middle part here, and then yeah. So right here, I would put the wireless connectors. I can probably get away with just spending one of them. One off. Go anywhere. Right there. Sure. Biblically accurate AE2 controller. The wires are kind of almost finished. Should be able to make some progress here. Let's make some more. Probably gonna need more. We're making 1,000. Yeah. Okay. Mark paste again. Like that. I'm gonna keep saying it. The matter manipulator is so good. Imagine having to do this without it. I can't imagine. Like that, right? Yep. And then the last one is just going to be a AE2 cable coming off of here. So I'll go ahead and have a dense cable, no facade. Actually, you can just do this. Set mode cables. Thank you. Right there. Okay. So all that is connected. Go ahead and connect it all to a dense cable like that. Right there. So I should see, what is that? 8? No. 16, I think. You're not even connected. Should see 16, I think. 20. There's 5 machines, not 4. That's why. Okay. Yeah, I forgot. There's 5, not 4. Okay. And then I think what I'll have to do is I think I'll go ahead and just set up the detector covers. I just need like a couple of them. And then a redstone receiver internal. I'm gonna need a whole bunch of you. I think 15 is fine, right? 3 machines each. Yeah, 15. Okay. So I would put the detector cover here. And then the receivers would go in all of these synchrotrons. As well as the linear accelerators. And the source chambers. Okay. Now what kind of number do I use? It's a very good question. $10,591, because that's the same number as this item. Let's do that. Was it 10,591, right? Yeah. Okay. Frequency is that one. Item threshold is... Okay, I don't know what the item threshold hit is. I think it's whenever there's a... we'll figure this out, actually. With the very simple one. Heads up, the area with the 5th beamline may not be chunk loaded. You're definitely right. I didn't do that yet. Good catch. I always forget to do that whenever I expand the base. Okay. So let's get a super chest. I just need to make sure that I understand what this is doing. Because I don't really know how these covers work. Or like, what does it mean for the threshold? We'll play around with that. Like, let's say a piece of redstone. Sure, this one. Does it make noise? I guess it does. Okay. So if I have a single item in there, it turns on. Is that what the threshold means? So if I have a threshold of 1, yes, 1, it turns on. What? Did I not save it? Oh, okay, okay. I see, I see, I see. So if I have it at 0, it's if anything is in there. That's what I want. Okay. That's all I care about, really. Right. Buy. Okay. Get out of my hand. So in other words, I don't really need to mess with you. I just have to have it the same frequency. Right? Yeah. I don't know what that does. Don't touch it. So this one is going to have this one plus 1, because they should be different frequencies. Okay. 4. And this one is number 5. Again, I'm not really sure how much I need to do this. I'll give it a try though. Okay. And then next up is to double check this is 20. Yep. Excuse me. No, the sneeze didn't come out this time. Don't you hate when that happens? That's fine, that's fine. Okay. So this setup is going to be a subnet, I'm thinking. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, okay. So if I have advanced stocking input bus, you honestly probably don't need to have that much storage. This is a little tricky to set up, actually. Let's have an ME chest over here. Hey, killer. First of all, let's have the interfacing here. This is going to be tricky to set up. Black cable. So what I'm thinking is to have a storage bus right over here. Right there. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Don't worry. It'll happen. But let's say I have a storage bus right over here. And then This is going to be a dual interface setup. Like that. I'm considering giving this a blocking mode so it doesn't mess up any recipes. So have a blocking card. Then do not push crafting items if it contains stuff. And I think for this one, I might as well just have a regular input bus. No, it doesn't need to be. I can just give it an ME chest instead. Yeah, just in case. Might as well future-proof it on the very likely chance that I mass produce this stuff. So the idea here, also you have to be a different color. You're a subnet. So blue cable. Like that, right? So the idea is whenever I set up a recipe, it's going to push everything into this little subnet. This one has a high priority, and I imagine only things that, oh, never mind, accepts everything. You never like to see that. So you have to be filtered with a mask. I might as well craft one. Let's craft this one. Yeah, okay. I have to set up recipes for it. What lens is that? Diamond lens. Diamond lens, okay. They caught on to your cheese. So I'm curious, do I have to just put all the masks in here? That's the safest option, or can I put a fuzzy mask? Like a fuzzy card in here. I'm gonna try with the fuzzy card. I have a lot of xenon. I'd rather use xenon. Do a blast smelter, blast furnace. Believe this is the one with crafting input buffer. I'll just put it there. I really need to fix up my blast furnace because it's all weird. It has not been updated yet to crafting input buffers, and that's not very good. After I spent 4,800 credits, didn't you make the money back at least? No, okay. I mean, if you consider it, I'm pretty sure that Slayer implant is going to get more expensive. So I think you did save your money. What colors can I use here? Air. I think I have air. No? You're going to make me go into the... I should really change the names of these because I don't know what lens I have. Ruby. That one. I think this one has a bunch of different things, which includes air. You might just end up being here. Yeah, you'll fit there. I'm just gonna give it a fuzzy card over here. No, right here. Fuzzy card with. I don't really know if the fuzzy card's gonna work, honestly. I'll just filter it like that, and I'll set up the rest of it later. Go ahead and stick out like that. There we go. And then you is. This is going to be another subnet. Got nested subnets. And then to connect to the network, we have to go up here. This is the one that connects to the mainnet to drop off all the items back in storage whenever they finish crafting. And then I can make this compactor. Okay. Even more compact. Give me some quartz fibers. And there we go. Okay. And then go ahead and connect it to main network down here. Nope. Oops. There you go. Okay, so how many channels is that going to use? I believe it's 2 channels, right? One for the input and then one for the output. So that's going to be 10 because there's 5 of them. And we have 20 being used right here. That's enough. A lot of setup over here to do. Okay. So I'm gonna call this one call it I'm beaming it. Okay. So what kind of patterns did I want to put in here? I want to try with the mask, but a different mask to see if the fuzzy card works. So for example, I have the document open on the side over here. This one is going to accept PPICs, which is this mask. So let's try to make a craft that uses this mask. This is red, right? Yeah, red. I do have ruby. So throw this in a chemical reactor. I'm running out of space in the chemical reactor. It's also a ruby lens. Okay. And then mask substrate. That is a blast furnace. I gotta fix all these recipes at some point. Silane nitrogen plasma mixture. Oh, you're gonna make me craft like 100 million different things, right? It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Kind of expected it. Autoclave. Go right there. And then silane nitrogen plasma is a mixer. You are a mixer. You know what that means. 16 of you. Once I get the crafting input proxies, it's going to make things so much better. I won't have to do this anymore. I'm pretty sure how it works. I just have to set up one of them, and then I copy paste all the others. But I can't quite do that with this right now. That's okay. All right. But now, silane. It's chemical reactor 2. Right there. And there we go. Okay, so the recipe here, I'm going to be using the photonically enhanced stuff because it's the most efficient. And if I look at the mask, it says max uses is 50. So in other words, if you don't want anything to like get stuck, you just have to multiply this by 50. But before I do that, I'm going to test with a cheap wafer first, just to see if it works. Hang on. So just one of those and then multiply everything times 50. So in other words, one of these masks can make 3200 PPICs using europium, but I don't want to do that. It's just a test. So if I request the PPICs, I do have to take off the old pattern for now. Thank you. Try to craft one of you. See what happens. So it did not go there. Okay. I may have to just filter all the ones it will use. So the fuzzy card does not work. That's fine. So I think what I have to do is just filter the storage bus so that it accepts that. So what I'm going to do is restart the craft, try again. And there it is, okay. So we have to filter, in other words. And then, yeah, I'm going to trust that I won't fill this up. That's why I'm going to have blocking mode so it doesn't try to fill this up all the way. And I don't have to worry about filtering this cell. We'll try that. And this one is pull. Okay. So I think that should be good. I still have to power the thing though. That's going to be fun. Oh, I can just totally get power from over here and bring it up there, right? What I can also do is just get the power like that. A straight line down from over here. I'll get the power from here. It's a lot of setup for this thing. Cancel the recipes. Bye-bye. Okay. What else do I need? Take off the filter for now until I put the ones that I actually want. Okay. This is looking like a little bit of a disaster, but you know what? It's okay. We'll steal the power from over here. And you go up. And then you go all the way through. Okay. Right there. Right there. You're all UEV energy hatch, right? It would be funny if it wasn't. I just blew up all my machines. You're UEV, yeah. All right, and there we go. Okay, so now they're powered. I just have to copy paste this little monstrosity of a setup. That's not too bad though. Can do copy. And I'll go ahead and copy everything right here. Oh, mark copy from here to there. Mark paste. No interfaces, no problem. Okay. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and copy you. Well, how many channels is this? If this is 8 channels, then I can just directly connect it all the way over there. Each one's 2, right? That's more than 8 channels, no. What I will do is make this a dense cable. Right there, and then go ahead and do from there all the way over here. I don't like that. I can't do anything about it, right? Just leave it. Yeah, just leave it. It's fine. Okay. So this one should be at 30 channels now. Yep. Go ahead and change all their names to... So this one is going to be, I'm beaming it 4. Number 3. And then number 2. And number 1. Easy. Yeah, okay. And then, so that's all the interfacing done. As far as I'm concerned, this is going to work. I just need to supply everything else with power. So I think the target chambers are done. Let me get some water. I'm going to assume the target chambers are done. I think what I'll do next is actually make sure everything has the right frequency. So this was going to be 10955. And let's get my copy paste tool. Oh yeah, it's trying to turn on because of this thing, right? So turn on analog mode. This one is going to be 10955. Go ahead and copy. Did I copy it? Yes. And then paste all the other ones, since they're all going to be on the same frequency. And there we go. And then rinse and repeat. So this one is... You're not supposed to be 5, you're supposed to be 4. I know what happened. It's because when I did the copy paste with the matter manipulator, it also copied the cover. Not supposed to happen. That's fine. Hello. Oh, shush. Okay. And then rinse and repeat. So this one is going to be number 3. Like that. Analog mode. No. 3. Copy. And paste. Yeah, okay. This one is number 2. Okay, copy. Paste and paste. And then the last one is going to be number 1. Copy and paste. And all that's pretty much doing is that it's waiting for the masks to show up in the target chamber, and it's going to tell everything else to actually activate. Yeah, that's the whole idea. Okay. Next up, I need to be able to tell you to store fluids. So I think they all need the same coolant. No. Okay. So number 5, or the most expensive, the longest linear accelerator, is the only one that's going to use supercoolant. Everything else uses liquid nitrogen. So in other words, only the last one is going to use supercoolant. You can actually use the same supercoolant for all of them. It's just that you don't need to. It's cheaper like this to just give them what they, like the bare minimum. And this one is the supercoolant. And then do the same thing with the hatches on top. The whole reasoning behind it is because if you read the synchrotron stuff, it has something to do with focus. And depending on how much focus you have is what recipes you can do. That's one of the parameters right here. And so really the only thing you would use a different coolant is so that, you know, it increases the focus if you have too much, like a good super coolant, but you don't need to. So it really just makes it cheaper to use a cheaper coolant. That's the whole reason. There's nothing stopping me from doing super coolant for everything. But I'm just going to follow the spreadsheet because it recommends it, and liquid nitrogen is super easy to craft. It's just nitrogen. And how much nitrogen do I have? I think I'm pumping it, right? Yeah, I got 34 billion. There we go. Okay. Synchrotrons should be completed, actually. That's all you have to do is just feed them the coolant, and that's it. The next step is to connect these guys. That's going to be a little bit involved, but not too bad either. I have to power them and also give them AE2 connections. So what I'm going to do is a little funny thing. You're also going to be another wireless connector because I'm out of controller space. Or I'm out of channels in the other group over there. It's hard to using 30. And I guess I'll start off up here. Black cable. Gonna go ahead and connect all the way right there. For all of them. No. Oh, you're gonna be weird, right? It's fine. And there we go. And then just rinse and repeat. Man, I'm locked in right now. I don't want to mess it up. Probably did already somewhere. Such a big construction. The smart person would have figured out if one of them works, and then I copied it, and then I just copy it over. But I'm not a smart person. We've established this. So we'll see what happens. Hey, Extreme. Yeah, we're beaming it today. This is actually the second episode of the Beamline setup. My first episode was just technically third episode. First episode was just getting the resources, and then second episode, which was yesterday, was constructing everything. And then off camera, I actually built the rest of it. There's just a little bit blocks I was missing. And then third episode, which is today, is actually getting it connected. Trying to get it to work. Does it work? I got no idea, man. I guess we'll see, right? Facade. I'm running out of this. Let's make a couple. How you doing? Anchor. Yeah, I was oh, I got facades already here, right? I was it's a rabbit hole. And again, we're still trying to get the compact fusion. It's these coils. We can technically craft them. I can. It's just that I've been seeing so many bottlenecks, and the biggest one was being like all the different PCB stuff, the ICs that we need to craft. This was just taking too long. So I figured, you know what? Let's actually just make the beamline because I'm gonna use it anyways. Look at that many PIC wafers, man, 500,000. Oh, that stuff was just taking forever. So that's where the beamline comes into play. It was either this, spending a couple days setting it up, or spamming laser engravers, and I'm trying to future-proof the base. I can do it like that, actually. It had to be done at some point. I'm definitely aware, and I think I'm gonna have to do it anyways because one of the other bottlenecks. I'm aware of it. Let's check out here. It's just that I'm doing the bigger bottlenecks first, which is Beamline, but some of these parts are only made in the laser engraver, like all the Lapitron crystals especially. Like this. I somehow was able to craft 611,000, but that took forever. So this is a good reason to have laser engravers. Plus a bunch of other things. I can't get away from it. I'm aware of that, but this is going to be a huge help, by the way. And it's also just a fun challenge. You know how I am with challenging multi-block automations. I like to do that. Okay. So before I continue, a couple things I'm going to need. This one has to be connected to long lanthanum hexaborate rods, each of them. But I also need to set up level maintaining for the coolant and these rods. Fun fact, the IRL equivalent to Beamline can be purchased. Really? Only hundreds of millions? That's pocket change. Oh, I wish. You just made me think about it, but in undergrad, I actually did have a, I was part of a research group for a semester, and I was working on lasers. Pretty interesting stuff. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember it too much. But it was kind of just a research group to like study the effectiveness of different kinds of lasers on certain materials. It was pretty interesting. My name is somewhere on some research papers, somewhere in the internet. Maybe I'll look into it. But yeah, I did work on lasers before. It's fun stuff. It's really interesting. How the heck do people figure this out? Crazies. Okay. Still not quite done yet. We have to connect everything to power, and that's like the fun part. So everything here is ZPM. So what I think I can do is actually have one power here and then transform down to IV as I need it. So we'll do that. It's pretty funny to think about him. I've done a whole bunch of random things in my life. You know, honestly, the same time I was on a research group working on lasers. That same semester, I was also a janitor at a church. It was the most random thing, right? And then right after that, at the end, during the summer, and then I just became a maintenance guy at the student union building. That one was a fun job. That was probably my favorite job. I also was a tutor. Some fun stuff. Jack of all trades, master of none, right? So this is going to be a ZPM wire, so I have to treat it as such. Go ahead and copy this. So all the ZPM energy hatches are going to be like that, and then I'm going to transform this down. So this is all going to be ZPM. None of this is connected yet, so don't worry about explosions. And then over here, I transform down. That's not how you spell transformer. Wait, so you're saying I don't need like any special kind of permissions to buy this Beamline thing? Oh, we're about to beam it for real. IRL beam it. This one. Input ZPM. And then transform it again to IV power. Facing east. You're also facing east. East. Yeah, okay. And then I just continue the wire thing over here. Like that. And then IV energy hatch like that. That's IV. And then connect like that. And you're green. Green is for... Actually, no. Green is LUV. Lime is IV. It's literally the same color, but it matters to me. So that's an IV wire. And this is a CPM wire. Okay. And then what I also need to do is point this down. Right here. ASMR will just sell you nanometer precision photolithography devices, synchrotron included. I know it's not ASMR. I'm joking. That's crazy though. Depending on who you ask, people are gonna say, oh, GTNH is super realistic, or it's like not realistic at all. I know some people that will argue it's not realistic at all. But it tries, you know. And what do you expect? It's a Minecraft game. Things are gonna vary. That's just how it is. Okay, so this is UHV. Are they all UHV? No, they step down. This one's ZPM and ZPM. And this one's LUV. So I'm gonna have to transform multiple times. So what I think I'm gonna do is get a wire from here. Like that. So this one is going to be a UHV wire. And then we're going to go all the way from that transformer over there that has the dynamo hatch. Let's go. Right there. That is the UHV one, right? Yeah. Now before I connect this, I'm going to triple check everything. So that one's not connected. And you need to be connected over there too. I'll deal with you later though. There's a lot of setup involved here. Okay. So this one is UHV. And we'll go ahead and connect the linear accelerator. So UHV, I think it steps down here. Yeah. Let's just connect it from over here first. Okay, UHV, UHV, and then go ahead and step down. Get a bunch of transformers. Stepping down from UHV to UV. Nothing is connected, but just in case, don't be dumb. Input UHV, just like that. Yep. Output UV, and I need another transformer. There's buck converters. What are you talking about? What is that? I should know. I've studied this in undergrad. I'm gonna hit you with a I'm scared of using it. Oh. I'll try it next project. How about that? I will remember this, but I'm scared. So it's essentially an active transformer, but one block, and it only steps down. It looks like it's a step down. Okay, okay. It's good to know though, but I'm not gonna use it because I'm scared of blowing everything up. I need more practice with it. Just watch me blow up everything regardless. It's totally possible. So facing east. This one steps down UHV to UV. UV to ZPM. And then we continue the line. So now this one is ZPM. And you're also ZPM. At this point, change the color to cyan. He also blew up source chamber with it. You're trying to get me to blow up my source chamber, right? Honestly, I totally get that. So, it sounds like you also did Beamline. Did you follow the wiki? Because that's what I'm doing. After I like say that I'm never following the wiki. I don't have any tea actually.
Tea?
Now to be honest, past couple of days I've been a little tea dry. I haven't really made any tea. No, that's lying. In the morning I do drink tea instead of coffee. But I am running out of tea, so I might just go back to coffee. And then another transformer. To step down from ZPM to LUV. And this one is going to be magenta. Magenta is my LUV color. Look at all these fancy colors. Like to see it, right? Alright, so that's all 5 of those linear accelerators powered up. And then I need to send ZPM power over here. Tell you what, I think I'm just going to copy this because this is also only like 4 amps, which are going to be used by those 2 energy hatches. So I'm just going to do this. Well, hang on. You know what? Make it a bigger one. That one. Yeah, sure. Okay, and then go ahead and connect it to over there. There we go. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, everything is connected to power, except for that one wire over there. And I'm scared. So I gotta quadruple, quintuple check that everything's not gonna explode. So, double check ZPM. That is a ZPM wire. It goes all the way down here. This is another ZPM one. A third ZPM, which transforms down to LUV. Transforms one more time to IV. IV energy hatch. IV energy hatch, and that's it. And the ZPM power comes from this transformer, which steps down from this UV one, right? Facing east. Everything is facing east. That's important. And we get the UHV power from here. That's UHV. UHV, and that comes from a 64 amp UHV dynamo hatch over there. It also steps down to another ZPM over here. That's CPM. ZPM. Transform down to LUV. And that's LUV. And there we go. LUV. Okay, I think everything's good to go. Let me make sure that everything is connected. 15 channels, because there's 1, 2, 3 for each one. That's 15 channels. So everything's good to go. Not quite. Synchrotrons are not connected to power. That shouldn't be too bad because that's like down here. So what's the best way for me to do this? At least the prettiest way. Go ahead and just do that. Like that. Okay, go ahead and connect everything together. Like that. And I'm fully aware at some point I'm going to transition to lasers, so this is all temporary setup. It's going to be a bunch of lasers at some point. But I just need it to work. And it working like this is already going to be a big upgrade for us. Yeah, I'm aware of that. It's just right now I have only single energy hatches, but I'm fully aware that to speed it up, this is with the machine you have to upgrade. You think I can just wait until wireless energy hatches? How far is that anyways? Even the UFV one is hilariously expensive. What do you mean deprecated? Did they get upgraded? Yeah, we're kind of a ways away from it. And then go ahead and bring the power from over here. And there we go. Connect you. connect you. Would only consider put lasers on that length 81 from the get-go. I will consider it. Oh, you're right, because that one does the more expensive recipes, right? Okay. Now you're connected to power now. There's no turning back. Just watch my, all this being a big hole. All of this is UEV, though. I made sure. And this is the stressful one. The UHV. There's no crater? Or maybe it's lagging so hard that I don't see it yet. No, it looks fine. Okay. Good. Couple things I need to do. I need to set up level maintaining for the coolant and these rod thingies. We have exactly enough space. That's hilarious. Okay. So I need liquid nitrogen. I'd like to craft a good amount of you. I would like to have 10 million and craft me 100,000 at once. And then I also need super coolant. I would like to have, I use this a ton, so make it 100 million because I can. Make both of them 100 million. And there we go. And then the rods. Let's have 1,000 of them. Well, just 1,000 for now. And craft me 100 at a time. How's our nitrogen? Already at 1 million. Wait, how slow does it consume coolant? Or how fast does it consume coolant? I'm gonna try it like that. We'll see. Let me double check that it has all the coolant stuff. Actually, I need to set up you as well. I forgot. So let me check the spreadsheet over here. The length 81 will use super coolant as well. Can't spell. So this one uses super coolant. This one uses super coolant. This one is super coolant as well. Oh, that one's regular coolant. So I need another level maintainer for that one. Oh, it's not the correct one? Oh, there it is. Okay. And then this one is liquid nitrogen. I gave them 20 million / 100 million in a closed subnet. I was considering that. I was actually thinking of having like a dedicated vacuum freezer over here just for the coolant stuff, but we'll see if I have any trouble with it. I don't think it voids, does it? I feel like once it actually gets going, it should be okay. I guess one way to find out, we'll see. So let me see, I need another level maintainer for the regular coolant, unless I already have that. Could have sworn I had it somewhere. There's more level maintainers, but doing all this weird stuff over there. Oh. Well, I'm gonna be a little bold. We'll see. About to say, what's taking you so long to craft? You're just crafting a stack at a time. Make some coolant over here. I would like to have 100 million as well. Craft me 1,000,000 at a time. Regular coolant, yeah. I guess we'll keep an eye on it as we craft some stuff. Oops. So all these eggs in my inventory, they're filling up my backpack. Okay, so okay, I guess we'll keep an eye on it. It looks like everything is trying to craft. Can't craft. Why not? I don't know. Oh, okay. All right, we'll just leave it like that. And I think we're ready to start. I don't think there's anything else I need to do. Make sure that they all have that. Machine just needs to turn off for it to update, but yeah, I'm trying to pull that stuff. You have the right kind of coolants in your systems. If I check here, you got 2 million liquid nitrogen. That's regular coolant. Got plenty of that. You got a super coolant available. Super coolant. And super coolant. So what I also need to do is set up a stocking input hatch to actually turn all of that stuff. Stocking input hatch. I'm thinking about it now. I think it might just be better off setting a subnet for this, right? Because one of my main issues is liquid nitrogen. Yeah, I'm going to set up a dedicated vacuum freezer. And we might as well go big. We're going with the mega. I don't know how many times over the fluids can get recycled. Yeah, it's probably just better off. And also hilariously, totally planned. This is a 15 cubed multi-block, right? This is exactly 15 blocks, so it works out. It was not planned, but it works out perfectly. So I'll take it as a sign. Set up a subnet for this dude. There we go. Take a water break. Okay, that was fast. I also figured, so yeah, one of the bigger bottlenecks is superconductor UHV. I hate it. It takes so long to craft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect fit. That was one off. Yeah, look at that. Perfect fit. Do it. Is it done crafting? Oh, you're not even gonna craft anything. Oh. Sorry, it's one block too high. Or one block too low. My bad, my bad, my bad. You need to go right there. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, sweet. So we'll go ahead and just give this a UEV. How fast is it cool? I'm gonna give it UEV energy hatch for now. How about that? I will try it. Just one for now. You also need a maintenance hatch. Stocking. And because you're going to be powered by yourself, have a controller. And we might as well work on the this controller, right? Yeah, this one. I don't know if I talked about this one, but it's the neutronium infused semi-controller. It just has the infinite energy thing built in. Put it in the molecular ass right there. And I just need one controller for the subnet. I do too. It's funny because they also added a quartz fiber equivalent for the neutronium thing, which is really funny. It's just a little nub. Or anchor, sorry. Same thing. Oh, and I guess they also included it with the card. Oh wow, that's cool. Oh, we'll let that craft. Okay. So, let's go ahead and set up the border as always. Right there. Okay. So energy hatch, I'll go ahead and just, you know what, I'm lazy. You're gonna get UHV. I'll give it a 16 amp one. Totally because there's already a cable right here. That's really the main reason. UHV, yeah, that should be okay. I mean, chances are I'm just gonna have to dump a laser onto here, but I don't know how much we're gonna have to cool. And how do you do it, Extreme? Do you have the machines running nonstop? Because what I'm doing is actually doing redstone control. So it reads, we have a controller here, or a cover, item detector cover, that reads if there's something in there, and it actually activates all the other machines. No, but I mean like these machines over here. Because these technically run nonstop. So I'm just curious if you have any kind of redstone control. Because what I'm doing is turning them off only when, or turning them back on only when I'm actually crafting something. No, they do. They use power nonstop, as far as I'm concerned. At least that's what I was noticing. Okay, so you don't connect at all. Honestly, it's better to just use this. Excuse me, excuse me. Yeah, man, I'm extra sneezy tonight. I'm gonna get this sick. I know it. Actually, what am I doing? This is gonna be blue cable. It scared me. Okay. I'm pretty sure Extreme is checking on it, right? That's what I noticed when I was setting him up, that they were trying to activate even though I there's nothing in there. So I'm just assuming that they run regardless. And I'm using that fact, like, or opinion, I don't know, so that it encourages me to have some kind of control. And that's what those item detector covers are for. I was talking about all the other machines. So like basically all of them. I know the other one, the target chamber doesn't. But I'm not sure about the other ones. Oh, excuse me, excuse me. Yeah, I got the sniffles. Apologize for that. How many channels is here? There's going to be 10 channels, so I should replace all of this with a dense cable. Try to make a couple more of these. Then we have another wireless connector over here. 2 wireless connectors. Okay. All right. So that should be connected, and then I have a 16 through 84 fluid storage right here. And there we go. And go ahead and give it a terminal so I can see its contents. Fluid terminal. And there we go. Okay, so right now it doesn't look like it has anything. So what I'll do is have just get a super tank. That's not how that works. Super tank. Let's just have 64 million of everything that I want for now. So super coolant. I have enough. What? Okay, I'm confused. Why does it say 20 million in this? But it says 20 million or 74 million here. No, I'm just using them to transport the fluid. Okay, I'm confused. $74 to 20 million are stored as drops in storage drives, apparently. Is that what's happening? How do I get that? How do I fix that? Uh-oh. I'm not sure how to fix that. You know, give me a couple of minutes. I need to go blow my nose. IO port. Oh, okay. Do I have to IO port the entire system? Or I can tell it, hey, put all the drops into here. I can probably do that, right? I'll think about it. Give me a couple minutes. I need to go blow my nose. Right there. I have reverse logic, right? You're just mad that you don't know how to generate power. You're just mad.
I'm mad that you used the terrible block.
This is my room.
I'm pissed.
Oh, no. Get me out of here. Oh, I hate it. I broken one ore by accident, and then that happens. We're going crazy. All of this stuff is super dangerous. Oh man, I'm gonna get a wither just showing up, destroy everything. Oh, there's so much stuff here. Oh, that scared me. Yes, yeah, there you are. Get out, get out, get out. You're not welcome here. Okay. So you would suggest having a fluid cell? I can do that. Filtered one, right? Oh, I know what I can do. I can. Oh, I got an idea. I've been starving this whole time. I just realized. I can grab this guy. Go ahead and filter it. It reminds me of another AE2 device that got added very recently, I think. So this one is going to need liquid nitrogen. It needs supercoolant and regular coolant. Like that. And there's another device that got added. I think it's a partition. No, it's some card. Equal distribution card. And I think what the quest tells me is evenly divide a cell's capacity between types or partitions. So I might be able to use it to like tell this thing to split up evenly. We'll just give it a try, but probably don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it, so we're just gonna make a bunch of you. Never mind. Get out of here. You're becoming a regular cell. Okay. So we're gonna have one of them with liquid nitrogen. Some super coolant. And regular coolant. Not that one. This one. So I just need to make sure that I have Terraward is in storage because I'm perpetually hungry. Okay. So make sure I have enough in the storage. So liquid nitrogen, for example, we'll go ahead and have that much is fine. Super coolant. That one's fine as well. I'm just gonna have a big number. Regular coolant. Yeah, I'm fine with that much. It doesn't matter. I can use more liquid nitrogen. It can be big numbers. It's fine. I'm surprised how slow that is. You would expect it's very, like, a lot faster, right? That's fine. Okay. And then I just have to go to my IO port right here. And then tell this go back into these cells. And there we go. Okay. So now these cells have a dumb amount of fluid in there that I need. It feels good seeing 64 drives with digital singularities and barely any of them being used for other things. Is that talking about your base? Okay, now we have all the coolant here that we want. So yeah, the fluids is not working too well. It's definitely stuck somewhere. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, I won't worry about it. Unless it breaks. It probably will. And then what I'm gonna do is also have a 16 multi-cell thing. And this one is gonna store all of the hot fluids that get produced. So we have the hot supercoolant. And then we have the regular hot coolant. And then we have regular nitrogen gas. Like that. And that gets stored over here in the drive as well. And then I'm going to tell this stocking input hatch to use that fluid. No, the regular one. So you need to be nitrogen. So you have nitrogen, hot supercoolant, and regular hot coolant. And there we go. All right. Okay, so now these are on the subnet so that they cycle. And you know what? I think I have to move it over there as well. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I think this one. Okay, I have an idea. So this one connects to just over here. Basically, anything that's above 1,000,000 items is in a digital singularity. Did you have to manually filter all of that? Ouch. How many items is that? So this is the one that connects to the main network. And then you want you to connect over here actually. Right here. And connect over there. Right here. And this is all part of the subnet. Yeah, I'm getting pretty sick. I think I have to wipe my nose again. Give me a second. Oh man, I don't know what's going on. It's that time of the year. I don't know how well you can hear that.
They're already spawning, man. They're already spawning, dude.
No.
I'm not even full HP. I'm
No,
not full
no.
HP.
Oh, these dudes are tanky. They got diamond armor. Get out of here.
Yo, who decided this was a good idea? Cause it was for sure not me.
No.
Yo.
Okay, I'm back. How do you find this Beamline setup challenge so far? It's definitely a challenge. I think this is like my first honestly, now that I think about it, out of every machine I've ever set up, this is the most like block intensive setup I've ever done. If you right? Like with just the sheer volume of blocks involved in this project, it's even the widest. Yeah, it's the biggest project I've done, so it's pretty fun, I think. It's the most Greg one, right? Yeah. And honestly, it would have taken me probably an extra 2 days or so if I did not go in the wiki and just copied the spreadsheet that they included there. Because it just amounts to a lot of math equations, which you can do, but there's a calculator for it. Just use it. Waterline was a fun challenge, though. I think I preferred setting up Waterline because it's more technical. This one, it's just wiring everything together. So compared to Waterline, it's not that challenging. No, I don't think so. Okay, I think everything is set up. So everything is connected to power. Let me double check this. You have 10 connections. You have 20 connections. 5 connections. Yeah. Let's try out one recipe. So again, we go back to the spreadsheet. I don't know if there's anything else I forgot by the way. We'll see. It's been a while since I've done that, right? Like I haven't just put a machine down and said and just like connect it to recipes. Oh man, it's been a while. Everything has like special things. I guess the last one was the fusion crafter. You just have to put a pattern in there and that's it. But yeah, I see what you're saying. So one of the recipes I want to change is the PPIC. So what I have to do is filter all of them right here. We'll try that. And I think I deleted the recipe. So the thing I want is photonically enhanced wafer because it gives me the most. But at the same time, I may want to upgrade both NanoForge and other things for a bunch of these wafers, but we'll try it with this anyways. So if I look at this rest of this mask, it's 50, so multiply by 50. Is that how it works? Note that ASOCs and glowstone nanites are a loop. You're right. You're right. Yeah, because to make glowstone nanites, you need to use an ASOC. There's your loop. So you can solve this by passiving, right? Or level maintaining. What, level maintaining 1 billion glowstone nanites? Do you have everything using photonically enhanced wafer? Because the other option is just to not do that and use just the photonically prepared stuff and that's it. That's the other option. I think that's what I'll do. Well, yeah, because I don't think we have the power requirements to justify doing all of these glowstones. It's a power requirement thing. I don't think we have that. So I think for now I'm gonna stick with the photonically prepared stuff. I think this is okay. We'll try this. So we give it a mask, and then each mask has 50 uses. It's also just a proof of concept. I want to see if it works. Even then, just 50 can make 12,000 of these. That's not bad. So let's try crafting one of you. It doesn't even look that bad. And we'll see what happens. And this is my favorite part of like designing stuff. It's bug fixing. I like to do that. Where did that mask go? Oh, it's because I have this. So on yesterday's stream I was shown this hide stored items button. And it's a lot cool. It's pretty cool because it hides all of this unnecessary things. And it tells me what I'm stuck on. I really like that. And this is what you said. We're still going to need laser engraver, right? And other things. Why'd you stop? That's funny. Let me see here. Oh, please stop it. Oh, you're consuming all of those, right? Yeah, stop it. I think I know what's going on. Long lanthanum hexaborate rod. It's because I don't know if I can make this non-stop. But why would it like not work? No valid recipe found. That's the whole problem. So it does detect that there's an item in there, but why don't you start? You should have the power for it unless there's something else that I'm missing. You don't have any power. Why? Oh, the cover. Duh, this is what I get for trying to be decorative. You have to tell it to actually allow power to pass through. Only then would it actually work. It's really weird. And there's the power. Now I gotta check wherever there's covers, and I think it's only... It's all of these. There's covers everywhere. But I'm pretty sure these I did, I copy-pasted from the first one. And that's okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now this is running. And it's running because it detects with the redstone receiver that there's an item over there. And all of this should be powered now, so that's running. So this is what I mean. Even... Oh, you're right, it doesn't activate. Actually, I don't even know. I'm curious now. If I turn this off, let's do some proofing here. So technically, there's no beam going into the setup, right? Oh, it doesn't. Oh. So you're saying I only need the control here? That's what it is. Okay. Okay. But yeah, okay, so those are activated, and I just forgot to actually turn this thing on. And there we go. Oh man, that's slow. It's still much faster than what we have right now, but I should work on increasing power, but this is just a proof of concept. I just want to make sure that this is actually working. And it looks like it is. If I check the mask thing over here, it should be using everything. And I should not have any leftovers in here. Yeah. And the craft did finish. Can also 16x masks in pattern. Okay. I think at that point I need more power into the synchrotrons though. Because if I make anything, it's gonna take once it won't. Yeah. I got you though. Okay, so it works. And then now that there's no more items in the mask holder thing, this is disabled. And there we go. Okay. So it works. How well it works? That's a good question. A question I don't know how to answer. So the next step is to start moving patterns over here. And so one thing to keep in mind, I'm not going to be using photonically enhanced wafers yet. Because I don't think we have the power to support this, but it's absolutely what we have to do. Start looking into nanoforge upgrading because I haven't really paid attention to this for a while. I don't think it even has a good power. No, it doesn't. So I'll set up a couple of recipes, and it's also a somewhat decent UU matter train. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, again, we don't have the requirements for it, so I think we'll just stick with that recipe. Photonically prepared, and it's already a huge difference either way. It's a massive difference. So. Next up is to start transferring recipes over. So next one is QPIC. And this one is being made in the target chamber now. That's still a huge difference. So what I need to do is do that recipe. Check the mask 50 and then times 50 both. And there you go. And also give the mask. And then put that right over here. And also filter this to the mask. And then rinse and repeat. So the next thing, oops, lag makes me turn way too much. Next one is Crystal SOC. Crystal Socks. There's actually 2 recipes, and because we're already making luags, we'll use this recipe instead. What? Am I not supposed to use this? You're telling me something. The bane of Beamline. Okay. It'd be even slower without him, right? 100 uses, so multiply by 100. And then go like that. And then tell this to do that. Mask crystal socks. Alright. Next recipe is advanced crystal. This one. Put one there. This one supports 100. This one is going to be 400. like that. And then tell this to accept advanced crystal chips. And then the last one is living crystal. This one supports 75. Right there. And there we go. Okay, sweet. I believe these are the 5 recipes that would go in the length, the longest one, 81, I think. Let me check the document. One, it's PPICs, QPICs, crystal socks, advanced crystals, and living crystals. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not gonna have you sit through all the boring, tedious stuff of fixing up the recipes, but I'll do that off camera. There's actually quite a good amount of them that would have to change. A test run on red crystals. All right. You just want me to see how slow it is. So it's which one? Advanced crystal chips or crystal socks? Advanced. All right, here we go. I mean, it seemed to finish crafting kind of fast. Unless I got the wrong ones. I also, to make 10,000 of them, sure. I guess it starts really impacting the speed whenever you're crafting hundreds of thousands of stuff, right? I could see that being an issue. Oh, you're right. I didn't take out any of the patterns, right? Uh-oh. Okay. Man, I got a sneeze attack going on. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I didn't take out the recipes. My bad. And I'm sneezing like crazy. This one has been removed. QPICs. That one's been removed. Crystal socks. You can get out of there. Raw advanced crystal chip. It's a raw advanced crystal chip. Get out of there. And living crystal chip. You know what? No wonder it didn't break, because it should have been complaining about the masks, because I haven't set up recipes for any of them. Yep. So all the fine right there. And then crystal socks. I don't have grade 8 water, be careful. This one has the tier 7 water. And there we go. Okay. What do you mean it shouldn't be this fast? Shouldn't it be better? Mask crystal would be in a blast furnace. Right there. Oh man, I got patterns for days. Epoxid pulp. Do this. Pretty sure I already make epoxid sheets, right? Yeah. The advantage of the beamline is resource cost savings first. Okay. Lithium hydroxide. Ew. I ain't reading that. Okay, it was a dehydrator or a vacuum furnace? Dehydrator. Then etched mask is autoclave. Then somewhat scalability with more power given. Okay, so it'll take me a while to really see the benefits of it, right? Lithium hydroxide is lithium 7. I don't know why I find that so funny. Mega chemical reactor. I'm running out of space. Trichlorosilane is circuit 9. Trichlorosilane is circuit 9. Chemical reactor 9. And then reactive ion etching mixture. It's in a mixer, but because there's a mixer.
Lithium 767.
Oh, you reminded me what I was gonna ask actually. I'm gonna associate you as a tea expert. So clearly I'm getting the sick. What tea would you recommend to help me with that? Right now, what I have on me is chamomile and Earl Grey. But I'm definitely getting sick. Chamomile with ginger. I don't have ginger, but I do have honey. Oh, that actually sounds pretty good. Chamomile with honey. I'll probably do that after the stream. Fluoroform. It's a mixer. No. It was a chemical reactor, sorry. What if it's the world telling me, hey, don't forget about the tea that you've been drinking? Another dehydrator. Or would it be laser engraver? In a diamond lens. I'll do that. So clearly I still need to do laser engraver spam. Still, how many recipes do you need? Chloroform. I thought I had this. I guess not. Chemical 3. Right there. Finally, okay. Cancel the recipe because it was bugging out. Not bugging out, but I think it was trying to craft in the other one. In the laser engraver. Yeah, okay. No, there it is. There it goes. Oh, it's only crafting 64. That's it. Oh, I see what you're saying. And so you suggest upgrading the power. Should I? Okay, so what should I focus on power? Do I upgrade the target chamber or the synchrotrons first? Of course, I can also study it to get my answer, but I see what you're talking about. Nothing else in Sequentron. Okay, so let's do it. I'll upgrade that one first, and then we'll see any improvements. So I'm gonna give it 460. Upgrade it to 64 amps first, and then if I complain more, then I'll further upgrade it. But we need corresponding dynamo hatches. Tier 3 blank. That's a blast furnace. But I can see, I see what you're talking about. It looks like it's taking a while. There we go. Craft this off camera. No, it didn't come out. Oh, yeah. It got stuck. How'd you get stuck? Did I miscount? Oh, I didn't filter you. That's my bad. Mask, advanced crystal chip. Oh, you're not supposed to, you're supposed to go into here, sir. What? Why didn't it go there? No idea. That's fine. Oh. No, I think I just did the math wrong then. No, I did it. It's just that slow. Okay. Yeah, I think the math is wrong somewhere. Maybe. Because I don't think that's going to finish in time. But yeah, the proof of concept has been shown. We got it crafting. But I feel like I didn't do the math correctly. Yeah. So I'm going to have to adjust some of these recipes. And it looks like it doesn't push in there if there's something else. That's really weird. Unless you don't have the right circuit here, QPIC. You do. Oh, I see what happened. So it's using up a craft from another wafer. I'm going to debug this off camera, but clearly something is not working correctly. I think what I should be doing is and maybe not having an ME chest, because we don't really put that many items in here. I can probably just use a regular input bus instead. No, I think I want stocking input bus, right? The other option is to have some kind of filter. I don't know. I'm a little too sick to like really think about it, so I have to take a break. You use super bus. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. This way it doesn't try to push everything into one and then like learn from there. Okay, it's a little buggy, but we're gonna have to debug it. I'll fix it off camera though. I don't think it'd be that much of a problem. But proof of concept, it does work otherwise. And pretty proud to see it. You also have the advanced blocking card. I'll come back to this. Something's up with it. We'll go ahead and leave it here for the night though. Yeah, definitely getting a little bit of the sick. That's just what happens. I'll take your word. I'll make myself some chamomile honey tea. Maybe that'll help a little bit. I'm also running low on. I'm just running low on tea in general, so I may have to go to the store, pick some stuff up tomorrow or something. But anyways, yeah, I love that emo. I was gonna mention something else. So tomorrow is Sunday, which means no stream tomorrow. I'm gonna take a break. It's also just good timing, right? So I can get some rest. I will stream Dead Frontier. This was because I was kind of promised to stream it. It's just a random game. If you haven't seen it, it'll be in the afternoon though. It's just a small session I'm gonna do. It's a zombie game. We'll be fighting some zombies, things like that. If you want to watch that, that'll be tomorrow in the afternoon, but a short session otherwise. But anyways, I will try to be working on Meatball Craft tomorrow, finally, trying to make it a return. If I don't sound too sick, we'll see how that goes though. For now, have a good night, take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.